Târgu Mureș, a quaint little town in the heart of Romania and its most famous region, Transylvania. 1 year ago, on May the 5th, 2016, our game Gibbous, a Cthulhu Adventure, was successfully funded on Kickstarter. We managed to raise $55,000, and our 1929 backers literally made our dream of working full-time on the game come true. It's been an amazing ride ever since, and we could not be more grateful to everyone who supported us. For the past year, we've been able to put every bit of energy and creativity into making Gibbous. We still almost can't believe that it's real. We knew our campaign anniversary was coming up, and we felt we wanted to celebrate that in a way that would be both a thank you to our backers and hopefully an interesting insight into what it's like to make an indie adventure game in Transylvania. We actually had a documentary stretch that we unfortunately didn't hit, but we figured, okay, we can't document the entire year that went into making the game so far, but we can try and do it for a month. That's what this is, a 4-week-long look into the lives of 3 people working on an ambitious game in a part of the world where independent video game development is unfortunately a very new thing. So, here it is, a month in the life of Stuck in Attic. We hope you enjoy the ride.
Hi, my name is Kami, and I'm an artist, animator, and composer for Gibbous, a Cthulhu Adventure.
Hello, my name is Niku, and I'm the chief lead technical officer, programmer, and of course the only one programmer, and the best programmer on the team and the only programmer on the team. So, hi everyone.
Hi, my name is Liviu. I am an artist, animator, composer, designer, and writer and project lead for Gibbous, a Cthulhu Adventure.
Gibbous is my dream project. Is the job I couldn't even imagine having because it's so good. It's like
Gibbous is a work of passion.
Gibbous pretty much means everything to me right now. I've never been involved in a project that would take over my life like Gibbous did, but it's all good because we wanted it to be that way. You're gonna see how we make everything. Hey, there's Costello handyman. Hey!
small town.
Small town indeed. Someone's excited to get to work.
One thing that makes me a treat for me, makes every Sunday a treat for me.
Hey there. Want some food?
Wait. It's okay, it's been a long time since I've gotten upset that stuff doesn't turn out the way I wanted, like drawings and music. This wasn't so great, but it was okay. I mean, it's tough to do stuff. It's tough to do stuff when people are watching. But next time, I'm sure it's gonna be better.
I think it turned out great. So Nico, you're gonna start streaming soon?
Come on, baby, look at her.
Oh, that's a big cat.
Sit.
Yeah, 3.0 has her own chair, but she
Sit.
always prefers to
Sit there.
inconvenience Kami.
Sit.
No.
What are you doing?
Taking your spot.
Why?
So hello everyone and welcome to another development session with Niku.
Working on this background I've been working on forever. I'm trying not to speak too loud because Nico's streaming. Gibbous is an adventure game inspired by the classic LucasArts point-and-clicks of the 90s and by H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos. It's what we call a comedy cosmic horror point-and-click adventure. It all revolves around this evil tome called the Necronomicon, and our 3 playable characters all become involved with this tome. Our detective Don Archetype is hired to find this book, and there's a librarian called Buzzkerwin who accidentally finds the book and reads a spell from it just to see if it does anything, and transforms his cat, Kide, into a walking, talking abomination. And now he's on a quest to reverse that process because, on the one hand, now the cat is more annoying than she was before. They just want to go back to how it was. And of course, the cat also wants to go back to cathood because, you know, being humanized is sort of a downgrade. She considers it a downgrade. So from that, we go on an adventure, like a very expansive adventure, into this world that is inspired by the Cthulhu mythos, and there's going to be cultists and fish people and all kinds of stuff like that. So we're really, really excited about bringing a lot of colorful characters and environments to it. I'm a huge Lovecraft fan, and I really admire the fact that he was very ahead of his time in the sense that he encouraged other writers, other creators to draw from his mythos, to use his characters and concepts and everything. When multiple creators write about the same things, it just makes for a much more believable world, an expansive, believable world. And drawing from the Cthulhu mythos, we feel like we're also making an homage to that very ahead of his time attitude. Our game has comedy, but at the same time, there's a serious plot. So we want to make a very rounded game where you get comedy and drama and a little bit of horror splashed in there. We're just so excited about bringing it to life. The way Gibbous came to be, well, I've loved drawing ever since I was 3. That's all I wanted to do. We just wanted to draw, and of course I was in love with cartoons. But I grew up when I was very little. We lived under dictatorship, and we only had 30 minutes of cartoons every Sunday, and I relished those minutes. I couldn't wait for them to come on. So much later on, when we got cable, I was 12 years old, I think. It was just mind-blowing to me that I could just watch cartoons for 12 hours straight. Not that my parents would let me, but I would just watch cartoons and draw, and it was just, I felt like this was something that I wanted to do. I didn't even think that it would be possible. I had no concept of it. I would make, you know, like kids do, you'd make flipbook animations. All my school textbooks and notebooks all had flipbook animations on them. And I knew that I wanted to make cartoons. And then later on, I discovered video games. I didn't even know who would be these people who make video games, but I knew that it was an unattainable dream, but I would have loved to make video games at some point in my life. So a little bit later on, I had an actual epiphany. Not that I knew what an epiphany was or that I even knew the word, but it was definitely like a revelation, because I watched someone play an adventure game for the first time. And it was such a revelation because that adventure game was Day of the Tentacle, and it was walking around in a cartoon, like interacting with a cartoon. And it just clicked with me that making cartoons and making games were not mutually exclusive. You could make a cartoon game. So much later on, you know, I actually managed to make a living out of drawing, and I became a self-taught animator. So later on, when we finally got the courage to make our own game, there was no way that it was going to be anything else than a classically animated, colorful, cartoony point-and-click adventure. And that's how Gibbous came to be. It's April the 5th, 2017, and exactly 1 year ago, we were heading to work, and we were super nervous because it was the day that we were going to launch our Kickstarter. Actually, we did it in the evening, 10 p.m. our time.
Yeah.
We really didn't know how the internet would react to our little project. So I just remember just how nervous. I just remember how nervous we were. I can't believe that it's a year later and we're working on the game, and it's the most amazing project I've ever worked on. And I think it's the same for you, Kami, right?
Yep. I remember how we stayed like until 2 a.m. at work, just watching the counter go up. And we were so nervous.
But I remember we were sitting behind our desks and just screaming at each other, another one, and another one, $15.
I couldn't believe it.
And also today we're announcing the documentary. I mean, we still have something to be nervous about, right? Because we're still launching something. But the difference is that with the game, we know that we knew from the beginning that if we were going to make it, it was going to be great. This documentary, we don't know.
If it turns out really bad, We're still gonna show it.
I know.
Have to.
But that's the reason that I wanted to announce it in a Kickstarter update, because that means that there's no backing out of it.
Yep.
So.
Watch that guy, he's backing out.
What seems to be the problem here?
It's hard for me to sit in my chair.
Someone will not give up this chair.
Can I?
No. So this is how come he usually sits. Just 1/4 of the way.
What is this?
I think it looks a lot like it's Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
I'm trying to write the Kickstarter update, and it's really loud and noisy here because there's designers underneath us working on their projects, and you know, it's business stuff, and we can't really complain. It's just that that's what sharing an office space is like. So I guess I'll just have to work on something else. Hey, Nico.
Hey.
Where are you going?
What I dream about working on Gibbous is having another programmer or apprentice to help out with some of the stuff, but
So we can't really afford that.
yeah.
Yep.
So that would make life even greater, you know, having an apprentice.
Okay, Nico.
He
Thank
kept
you.
looking behind me. And I was like,
Some guy staring.
Hey.
Hey, it's been exactly a year since we did our Kickstarter.
Yeah.
What are your feelings?
Oh man, it's weird because I don't know. It seems like we've done the campaign last week or something. If I remember it so vividly.
Yeah.
When I see the camera, I just
You just freeze, right?
yeah.
So do I.
I
So
don't know what to say.
we just announced the documentary on Kickstarter and on Twitch.
Again.
I don't know how. We're using a GoPro. I don't have a display.
Hello, I'm in your documentary.
You're in the documentary.
Yay! Cool. And you are streaming?
But it's gonna be interesting nonetheless. I have no idea what I'm filming right now. So
You are filming?
yeah, but
Parts of
what
me.
parts of Nico? That's the question.
Thank you for backing Gibbous Cthulhu Adventure.
Second day in and the GoPro isn't working anymore. So we're trying to find a solution. We're just watching what we filmed yesterday. Man, I hope the thing isn't broken because we're not off to a good start.
Ruin another
Yeah.
GoPro. It's like you
got
weren't
another
happy.
GoPro? Gonna ruin it right now. So Nico,
Okay.
what were you saying about the animations? Horrible day today. It's been a couple of pretty stressful and interesting days. This morning I woke up and I found out that the GoPro we were using just kind of died overnight. I have no idea what happened. Just thankfully we managed to get another one, so we are making this documentary. Also yesterday we published our 1-year anniversary Kickstarter update, and I was a little nervous about that, but apparently we have the best backers that we could ask for, and everyone's still enthusiastic about the game and very supportive and understanding. Very relieved and happy about that. And it's 11:30 p.m. and I'm gonna call it a day, and it's time for a little Star Trek. So see you tomorrow.
It's pretty challenging. I started drawing when I was 21, and I didn't know what I was gonna do with my life. I didn't know what I'm gonna work on. I just knew I wanted to do something creative. I was playing guitar, I was in a band, and I always thought I would be doing music, but it's pretty hard to earn a living doing that in Romania. So I started drawing, but I never really thought I'm gonna get good enough or that I'm going to have the chance to work on awesome stuff. But Gibbous was like the best thing it could happen, you know. I didn't even dream, didn't even conceive of a project so awesome. I've been learning so much. I've grown a lot as an artist.
There were a lot of challenging parts, because I made it challenging. The most challenging thing was adding 3D shadows and working with shaders for blending different effects, things like that. The challenge was this, getting special effects in 2D.
I find that I'm pushing myself most when I'm my biggest critic. When I'm making stuff for myself, then I have the greatest expectations. I'm my worst critic and client.
By the way, your brother died.
Oh my god, that was harsh.
Are you guys having fun?
Lots of fun. It's a great game. Design meeting. So for now,
That's what I want to write down. Episodes of chapters, each time you switch from one character to the other.
yeah, okay, but
First chapter, Dawn, second chapter, Boss.
first thing, he doesn't want to do anything. He just wants to get up, right?
Yeah,
And
kick the
so
door.
he goes and kicks the door, and then all the hotspots become
Active.
active. Because I think
You want him to go back to the basement and get
yeah.
where he escaped from?
And once you're out of there, you don't really have any reasons to go back there yet.
Okay, so let's think first things first. Do we want to modify the basement puzzle?
The basement puzzle itself, I don't think so. And we're sort of making fun of the way adventure games work because you make these complicated contraptions with basically junk. Yeah, so you're MacGyvering your way around. So that's why I don't think we should change that. But afterwards,
Yeah, I think he's right.
yeah, I'm just keeping up with you guys on Discord. But in order to get that, you need both item X and item Y, which you combine into Z and give it to Zadok.
Yeah.
There's the first frame. No. No problem.
And he will love it. He will be addicted to it.
Yeah,
He won't like the taste of dark, strong coffee. It will be horrible.
It's like 3 rooms and a lot of things happening.
Thank you.
Well, it's been, I think, the highest achievement I ever had, both professionally and personally. I've never had this sort of validation from others for anything that I ever done before. And it was amazing to know that almost 2,000 people believed in us and were ready to give their money in advance so that we could make this project. That's something I would have never dreamed of. I
What?
can't even imagine 2,000 people sitting in front of me saying, yeah, let's do it, we like it. It's crazy.
And the fact that almost 2,000 people were like, yeah, this is cool, we're gonna give you our money in advance before this thing even exists, was just such an incredibly heartwarming feeling.
Working on Gibbous is fun and it's something, I'm not like, oh my god, I have to go to the office in the morning. I'm like, yay, I'm going to the office in the morning, and I'm always thinking, okay, today I'm going to do this and that. Having a successful Kickstarter campaign, of course, it's an ego boost, so to say. It makes you believe in yourself and makes you feel better about what you do. In the beginning I tried to have a life, but that didn't work out the way I planned, and then happened Gibbous, and slowly Gibbous, with the tentacles, took over my life, and now all I do is go home, sleep, and come to work. But one thing that I found that really helps me is getting enough sleep. I remember Kami saying didn't get enough sleep, so this is what I find important. When I go to sleep, I try to, I don't know when I go to sleep, but I try to get as good quality sleep as I can, and I don't get distracted. I don't care about Facebook or anything. I can just be in the zone and work 100%.
Nico, what do you think of the design changes we made yesterday?
I really like the 10 changes we made yesterday. I even wrote down where over here a piece sheet of paper.
Three brains are always better than one, right?
Yeah, and I think we should do those meetings more often.
Definitely.
They really help.
Definitely.
We solved a lot of puzzles.
Yeah, we solved a lot of puzzles, we sure did. We solved our own puzzles. I had thought up all these puzzles by myself, and I feel like you guys really contributed to them and made them feel a lot better. Like your idea with the thing, you know, we can't mention it so we don't spoil it, that really makes everything a lot better. Did you think you would be contributing to puzzles when we started working on the game?
No, but it's fun.
1 year into the development, I didn't think you would let anyone touch the story or the
This
puzzles.
is getting cut. And I really thought that it would be a good idea to just, you know, brainstorm how we could make them better. And I think they're not only a bit harder now, but you guys also brought a whole different level of not just complexity, but also fun to the puzzles. No, seriously, we're always so busy and we always have so much work to do in production that we really should do these brainstorming design meetings a lot more often.
And I forgot to say my work got 10 times harder.
It was really good before too. We just
Made it we made it a little bit harder on the
harder,
player now. Going to the post office to get a package one of our excellent backers sent us. Well, that was surprisingly hassle-free. It's one of my favorite signs. It's a real estate agency. It's called Eva Style, and there's a snake there for some reason. Lovely. So Andy, one of our excellent backers, just sent us this package, and we're gonna do like an unboxing video.
But he shouldn't have.
No,
He
just
shouldn't have sent
let's see what's inside.
So bad. It's like Christmas.
Christmas in April.
But what's that?
God, what is
We
this?
shall see.
What is this? What is this? There's a smiley face here.
Oh my god, it's the Broken Age thing!
Oh my god, this is so awesome. Oh my god.
Oh, damn.
Oh god, this is so cool. This is gorgeous.
Oh my god. I was not expecting this.
I was not expecting this either. Oh my god.
So cool! Thank you, Andy.
Thank you, Andy. You shouldn't have spent so much money. Oh my god. This book is so amazing. What is this?
What is that? This will make a mess. By opening this envelope anyway, you assume all risks to your person and our property. Waive any claim against all corporations. Okay, so
Oh my god.
maybe we should open this at a later,
Yes.
somewhere else, not in the office maybe.
Yes.
There's more stuff? Chocolate! Oh, dude, that's so nice of you.
Oh, chocolate. Thank you so much. This is great. This is great. Thank you so much. I'm so crunchy. It's time to go to work. Wake up.
I just got out of the shower and man, that's a good thinking place. Right now I just got an idea, but I'm going to solve some problems with Kitty and Buzz. Exterior library for them to have both shadows. Now I can't wait to get to the office, try my new idea, and I have this piece of thought because this is what I'm going to do the entire day. Just work on Gibbous, and I can't wait to try out new things, new ideas, and always work to improve the game. And I'm really grateful that I have this chance, this opportunity. So these are my few quick ideas for today, and now I gotta rush out.
So how do you like the book, Tommy?
I love it. Look at this. This is a work of art. Like, this is amazing.
And I think Broken Age is your favorite game, right? Ever?
Yeah, definitely. My favorite game since I was a grown-up. Because when I was a kid, I really loved Twinsen. I was crazy about it.
Little Big Adventure.
Yeah. Played it a million times. I'm not kidding.
You sort of fell out of love with games for a while, right?
Yeah. Well, because my parents wanted me to have good grades and go to school and be serious. I didn't even have games or anything.
What are some other games you enjoy?
Games? Oh yeah, I enjoyed Inside.
Inside is amazing.
I mean, I didn't think I'd like that sort of game because it's really creepy, and I was so scared when I played it. And
They're the guys who made Limbo.
Yeah, but that was a little bit too scary for me. I don't know why.
Would you say that adventure games are your favorite genre? Why is that?
Because I hate being killed, and I hate to kill people. I don't know, and I can't even shoot things. I can't even move in 3D space. It's funny, I know.
What kind of music are you making?
Some cello music.
What is it intended for? Like, what kind of atmosphere?
Yeah, I'm having trouble writing for a particular mood because usually the music I'm doing just fits my mood.
So your mood shines through, right?
Yeah.
So if I want something angry from you, I gotta make you angry.
Yeah. Oh, that's not so hard.
But it's fun for you being able to, like, I'm just
Yeah.
looking at your monitor, FL Studio making music, on your Cintiq you're animating.
Yeah.
So is it fun for you being able to just switch?
Sure. I couldn't do these animations anymore. I didn't know what to do with them. But now I made a break, did some music, and then I'm coming back to this with fresh eyes, new perspective.
Just like my mom always says, the best kind of rest is just changing your activity.
Yes.
So I have to document this. Nico always had 3 monitors, and he didn't think to use
I
his
used
third
it for
one.
my Mac, and then I didn't use my Mac.
But how long has it been since you last used your Mac?
6 months.
Father, it has been 6 months since my last Mac use. All right.
Yeah, I
we're
like
talking.
it better because I can have my Twitch.
Yeah, there you
My
go.
stream. If you give me just primitive tools and
Primitive
primitive technology, and that's what I'm working with,
I wish there were more hours in the day because I feel like I don't get the chance to do everything I want to do, and I wish I could draw more, but sometimes I get so tired and I barely sleep. We never sleep for 8 hours a day, and sometimes we're so tired, we know we should be sleeping more, but sleeping takes time from drawing and takes time from working on Gibbous, so I really need more time. That's all I need, more time. I don't need money, I don't need anything else, just if I had a little bit more time.
Well, I think time, but not in the way Kami put it, more in the way of development. There are things that we don't have time to really check all the details that I wanted to check, and when going for such high quality in 2D, it makes you feel like you want to have the quality of a cartoon, but that's pre-rendered everything.
Yeah.
Here you still want freedom.
I wish I were, mature and responsible enough to make myself go to bed a little earlier and get a little bit more rest. Hey guys, Saturday night. Very happy to have finally finished working on this background here. It took me such a long time. It's one of the backgrounds that I've only worked on at home, And also excited to have finally started work on another one, and this is what they look like in their very early phase. Could I please work? You're sort of in the way. It's the middle of April. Hey Nico, how do you like snow in the middle of April?
I love it, man.
You're
The only problem is, you see, I forgot I took my summer shoes. You see?
Yeah, so did I.
I can get wet at my feet, but this is the good weather.
This is
Yeah, yesterday was awful because it was between snowing and.
And now it's just straight up snowing.
Yeah, now it's, it's like.
I mean, it's not.
You've built up to something and now it's really happening.
Oh my god.
I enjoy that I'm able to do so many different things. I'm drawing, I'm painting, I'm doing animations, I'm creating music. Like, you never get bored, and there's never, it never gets like routine, you know?
Best feeling of all is getting animation sprites from Kami, putting them in Unity and having them work the first time. Oh man, the feeling when I see that the pivot and everything is positioned correctly. No, really, I'm so happy. It's like I just get the sprites, I put in there and everything works, and I understand how one animation is linked to the other or to the other. I'm so proud of that when I'm done with that part.
Nice.
Saturday evening.
Saturday night? Yeah.
Actually, Saturday night. It's almost midnight.
I mean, it looks good now. It's gonna look even better when we put the dynamic light in it and everything. Yeah, and you're gonna be able to turn on the power and turn it off and everything. It's gonna be affected by that. It's gonna be fun. Hey Nico, how's the project going? Very good.
The weather is bad.
The weather's horrible, and we're both not very enthusiastic today, right?
Yeah.
We still need to make Kitty clickable and talkable too. It's actually, the dialogue is gonna be per situation. So you're gonna be able to ask her stuff related to the quest that you're currently on. Notice this, that logically, anytime someone would fire the demo up, they would try and click the kitty. And they wouldn't realize that clicking her would activate her.
We changed that.
Yeah, we changed that. I think look and talk to is enough.
No kitty on kitty.
Well, I don't know, what would kitty on kitty yield? What would that do?
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at and talk to.
First of all, we're building a community, and it's so nice to find people that have the same interests and the same passions as you do. I mean, they like video games, they like Cthulhu, they like this sort of entertainment, and they're really nice people, so they're like our friends. Every day we come together and talk, and I draw and I work, and it's so awesome. It's like being in a cafe and talking to your friends. That makes me so, I don't know, it gives me so much courage to keep on going.
In the beginning, I didn't want to stream, and believe you, you kept bugging me, do it, and I was like, who wanna see a guy code and work on a game? It would be so boring. But then I started. It was something I was supposed to do 1 hour, and I done it like 3 hours, and I saw that it was fun. It was like I don't know, like having an apprentice, and explaining to him what I do, and I really like this part, explaining to the people what I do, even if I don't know if people really care what I do there or really follow that. But one of the other parts of my professional life is that I like teaching. I would love to teach. So streaming, it gives me a little bit of that. Yeah, people being there and following my stream, I'm actually get stuck to something and they help me out, they give me ideas, I ask them, what do you think of this animation, or what do you think of this functionality, and they're there. It's like, I get feedback and it's not lonely, it doesn't make me look at the watch and it's like 8, 9 or 10, man, I really should go home and what am I doing with my life, And it also has a beneficial psychological effect, Because sometimes on stream I get emotional and just talk my problems. It's like I'm a shrink, it's shrink for free.
Yeah. The philosophy behind this whole project from the beginning was that we're going to try and stay as transparent as possible and show you just how we are making this game. And Twitch really helps us out because what's cool about it is that it's live, it's in real time. And maybe because I'm a bit older, I'm 35, but it's just mind-blowing to me that we now have the technology to be able to watch someone who's maybe on the other side of the world, on a different continent, make a video game, or whatever other creative thing in real life. Super nice way to keep in touch with our backers. We always have our regulars, we call them. And also I guess it's one of the very few ways that we can sort of maybe let the world know about this game. Maybe someone will stumble onto our stream and they'll like what they see and they'll remember the game, because the one area where we're not very experienced is just letting the world know about this. But we're right now we're not worrying about that too much. We're super focused on producing the game, and once it's done, we'll see. We're taking Agent Orange to get neutered today. So
Agent Orange, who's that?
Agent Orange is one of my parents' cats. He's gonna lose his little balls today.
Oh my god, that's so sad.
It's better for everyone.
I don't say Captain Orange.
He's gonna be okay. We're keeping the population in check.
Yeah, there's
our
enough
part.
kittens on the streets.
Yeah. Let's take him home. Usually, what people keep complaining about in adventure games isn't that they don't know how to solve a puzzle, it's that they don't know what their goal is. So I think that should be our priority, making sure that the player knows what their next goal is. Like a sentence that sums up Don's thoughts, like I want to do this, I need to do this, and I need to do that. And maybe give like a subtle hint every once in a while.
Maybe implement a font and write
Yeah,
on
Yeah.
the background.
we can just give you a background image with a notepad or something. You can just write.
Yeah, and you
with a
have to
font.
find a font that works.
I
I know
what
it
you're
sounds good, it's a good idea, but it's different, it's like you're playing another game.
Yeah, but-
because Buzz has Kitty and he talks with Kitty, and
I think that's
I
a
understand.
feature, not a bug.
It's good.
Mhm.
I'm not saying it's a bug. I asked about gameplay and consistency.
I think people always complain about the fact that you have multiple characters in games for no good reason other than cosmetic, right? And in this case, it's actually going to make sense that you have different characters because they have different abilities. So gameplay is going to feel
different
different.
abilities is one thing, but this is the actual way you play it, totally different.
So,
What's up?
yeah, I completely agree that you need to have vision, but then again, you also need to be aware of what people's main complaints about the genre are, and what they wish for. It was
I love the name.
mainly calling it the Cthulhu
I
Adventure.
love the name. I know.
What, Gibbous? Naming your game, I don't know, if you're not making a game, you don't realize just how difficult it is to name a game and have it at the same time not sound stupid and not sound very commonplace. Because it's memorable and you don't really know what it means. Most people don't really know what it means. If there's not at least one article that says Gibbous, I'm gonna be so upset. So yeah, today has been day 20 of the documentary. So we're 2/3
Oh man,
of the way.
I remember you saying at day 15 that now is the half of the documentary.
Yeah.
We have to do something special. We haven't done anything.
Breaking the fourth wall is super funny. It's super funny and it's super good. But the disadvantage is what? He's always disagreeing with me. The disadvantage is that it really takes some people out of the immersion, you know? Yes, of course, endings are important, but it's a lot more important. You know, the experience that you have throughout the game is a lot more important. And with that, we thank you very much. We apologize for not making too much sense. We are very tired, and we will see you 2 weeks from now in this formula. Thank you. Peace and lovecraft. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye. You know, it's that accomplishment you get every day knowing that today I did something awesome. I made that animation and it looks great. Even if everything else in your life falls apart, you know that that thing is perfect and you feel so happy about that.
Well, the past year it was hard at the beginning due to some personal stuff, but after I got my personal life out of the way and I remained only with my professional life, things started to flow, and now I have nothing else than the game, and now it's working. You know, having a personal life and the game, it doesn't work. They don't go well together. No, not so well.
Try and get as much sleep as possible. I'm one of those people that hate sleeping. I don't like going to sleep. I feel like it's such a waste. If I could not sleep and get some kind of drug that compensates for it and stay up 24/7, I would do that. So we are talking to Dan, who's our producer and our business guy. And I think the backers would be curious to know, why would you do such a crazy thing as to help fund an indie game? Because you helped us, you actually let us use the resources of the company, the software and the hardware and everything to produce the demo, and you have been super helpful throughout. Why did you do that?
Because your backers finance the project. And we know each other for a long time, so we cannot show them that we don't keep our word.
Yeah.
So we need to deliver in the game.
Yeah, but even before the Kickstarter, when we came to you and said that, look, we want to make a game and we would need your help.
Okay, I said, let's try, because they will not succeed.
So you didn't have anything to lose.
Yes, but succeed, so we need to keep our word. No, it's important, you know very well where we live and what type of chance we have to create an independent game studio in middle of Transylvania in a small city compared with Bucharest or other bigger cities from Romania. So what chance you have to make your dreams coming true is okay. Let's start to see if we can finance the game, because at the end it's not a problem that we will not succeed, but we try.
Yeah.
So in this way, because we are working together for a long time now, it's a kind of respect for your hard working and your great team that you build internally. It's a good example for other companies and other investors and other people like us. We said, okay, if they succeed in Târgu City,
yeah,
for sure we can succeed too. It's really important to stimulate the people which have the creativity and which are hardworking, and they work hard to make their dreams coming true. And of course, it's a dream of your colleagues that we will have in our city in Transylvania one of the most important independent gaming studios for next years.
Let's hope so. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
What's the matter? Come on, share. Kami, why are you stressed out? Kami? Come on, I'm wasting gigabytes here. Come on, Kami. I know you're stressed out about the game. You're stressed out about the game. Let me know. You know, people will think that there's something really, really wrong, and you don't want to, and they're gonna be worried about you, and I don't want them to worry. Is it just the end of a very stressful week? Tommy, tell me what's wrong. Too much stress? It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, Kami. We promised that we were gonna film everything. So tell me, Kami, what's the problem?
I'm just stressed out. That this is gonna take so much time, and then you don't even know what's gonna happen to it. You know?
But it doesn't really matter. The important thing is that
we're just gonna launch it and just gonna stay on Steam for 15 minutes, and then it's gonna go away. And
I said that
2 years of our life or something, not doing anything else, just working on this game and just go away like in 15 minutes. It's just that I'm so stressed out, and I feel guilty for every 5 minutes I'm wasting, and I'm not working on it.
But we're
working every night, and I'm not even taking lunch breaks anymore. I'm not even studying.
So
I'm not doing anything for myself.
So why are you
anymore,
feeling
just
guilty?
working on this
You
thing.
don't feel
I
guilty.
just think that maybe it's just gonna, I don't know, we're gonna finish it and nobody's gonna give a shit. It seems so naive, and so like a small team from Transylvania just decided to make a game, and they think they're gonna make it. Like how many games are made that don't do anything? Like, you know, how many startups end up doing nothing? And who are we to believe that our startup is gonna be successful? And that's fine. I mean, I'm okay with failing, but we've just invested everything in this game and all our time. We're doing nothing else except working and worrying about this game and stressing over it. And it's just, I don't know.
Is there anything else you'd rather be doing?
No, man, but it's no.
See?
I'm sorry, I started.
This is just built up stress and tension and tiredness, because you need to take it a little bit easier.
You don't have time.
Sure we do. This is gonna be a 3-day weekend, and we're gonna take advantage of it. You're not allowed to work this weekend.
Shut up.
Really?
I don't even know what else I could do rather than work. We've been working for such a long time. We don't even know how to, I don't know, do something else.
You're always such an optimist. Please keep being an optimist. It's gonna be okay.
I just feel that I'm lying to myself.
You're not coming. Everyone that sees this game loves it. That's gotta mean something, right? Please, have a little faith.
Yeah. I hope.
This weekend we're taking it easier.
I just want to find out how we can just keep up with the work and just don't stress. Just work the same amount, but without all the stress and worry.
It's gonna be okay. Give me a smile. There you go.
Thank you for reassuring me. So this is the bridge and the looming tower right outside of Buzz's dorm. And here's Buzz's dorm building. As you can see, it's pretty destitute. It's been abandoned for a long time. I'm not crazy about this kind of architecture. I don't really like it, but I think it fits
the game, and I can appreciate that it's it's really picturesque. Hey Cami, it's Monday, the weekend is past. Feeling better? Feeling more optimistic?
Sure. I've slept a little bit.
Okay, so it was tiredness.
Yeah. And all the other worries that I managed to kick in the under the
rug.
doormat.
Sweep them under the rug. Ready for another week? This is the last week of the documentary. Let's do it.
I think it's gonna be successful. I think we have a great quality product, but I don't know about the luck part, I mean, we are an indie team from Transylvania. We don't know anything about marketing. We don't know anything about how to sell stuff, and I'm just afraid that maybe people won't hear of us. That's my biggest fear, because if they do hear about us, I'm sure they will like us. But my biggest fear is gonna be that we're gonna stay anonymous and we're gonna have a great thing, but nobody will know it. Nobody will know about it.
I know this, that the game is going to attract attention in a positive way. I don't know how many people are going to notice it. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be successful on a grand scale. That depends how well we can sell it, but it won't be something that I'll be ashamed of.
Having the opportunity to get out of the office or out of the house and just be around trees and birds and be with my thoughts and just relax.
It's a pretty big contrast from screens all day, right?
Oh my god, it's such a big difference. Like I notice how agitated I get all day long. It's like I don't even notice that I'm happy. I mean, because there's always this urgent problem, urgent trivial stuff that gets your whole attention, and you're just so worried and stressed. You want to make it look good, you want to make it okay, and you just forget to enjoy life. You just forget to just look at your job and think how awesome it is, because you're always so caught up in the small things. But when I come here, it's just I take a step back and I see the big picture, because the whole day has gone away and I feel accomplished, and I can just think that, oh my god, I really love this job, and it's just such a great opportunity. I just think how lucky I am to have this job, and I don't draw for a living, because if somebody would have told me this in high school, that I'll be able to make a living as an artist, drawing or making music, I would have said, come on, it's crazy. At least in Romania there's no such job. The downside of that is that sometimes I get so I don't know, overwhelmed by everything. I can't even enjoy, like Friday when I started crying. It's not that I don't love this job, but man, the stress can get so big, and the responsibility, and you just feel like a failure, and just feel like I don't know, you could be doing more and faster, and you're so critical with yourself all the time, and you want things to be perfect, but you don't have time to make things perfect, and it's a struggle. It's an everyday struggle. But overall, when I come here, I remember that I'm happy and that I love this job, and that's why I love this place. I just love coming here in the evening and looking at the city from up here, and just imagine how much stuff is going on down there, and how many people have good moments and bad moments and stuff happening in their lives, and take a step back and you just see life, and gain a sense of perspective, and I don't know, it just makes me feel good. If you just take a step back from all the stressing stuff, all the bad stuff, all the actual experience, if you just look them from far away, far enough, they just seem to balance with the good stuff, and I just feel so positive here.
Well, I mean, what can I even? I mean, obviously, I can't. We can't say thank you enough.
This will be the biggest success for me if the backers say, man, it was worth the wait.
Yeah, I want to thank them so much for making this possible, because yeah, I would have never thought we'd have the chance to make our project and you know, just have the how should I say? We didn't have resources. We just had a lot of hopes and a lot of maybe talent, and somebody gave us what we need, which is resources to make this come true, and that's amazing, because otherwise we could have been the best artists ever and we would have done nothing. So without our backers we wouldn't be doing anything. I'm so grateful to them for helping us. They made our dreams come true.
I curse the wretched city.
These are gonna be some of the final shots that we put in the documentary because we're running late and there's a lot of editing still left to be done. Niku, what do you have to say?
Working on the game, and I'm going to make the game awesome and great. Even if it's the last thing I do.
It's not gonna be the last thing.
Awesome. I put too much effort into it not to be. Failure is no longer an option.
Yeah.
It's no longer on the table. On the table is just this, a very good game or an awesome game, you know, and we are just bouncing between these two, either very good or either very awesome.
I think that's about it, because we only have
That's about it.
a day left and
It's
I have to edit everything. Huh?
It's already been a month.
It's already been a month.
That's it. Over.
It was fun.
Add more stuff in it.
Goodbye, everyone.
This is our name. This is mine and Niku's and Kami's name on this project. You know, it's not something that you make for a client. This is us. This represents us. This is our heart and soul put into a digital piece of entertainment.
It's similar to the character in Thimbleweed Park, you know? The girl in the library that wanted to get a job and didn't want to work at the factory to create pillows. Well, it's the same for us here.
We don't want to make pillows anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to make pillows. I want to work as a software developer. So I really like that part of Thimbleweed Park.
It just means everything, I guess.
I want to finish Gibbous. I want to see what reaction it's gonna get from the public. But I'm also really sad that it's going to come to an end, because this is all I ever wanted to do. It's so awesome. I come to work every day and I love what I'm doing, and I wish this period of my life would never end. I mean, I hope it's gonna get a good reaction. I hope we're gonna be doing some other games, but if not, this will be, I think, the best time of my life.